Yeah, I think this will do. It's flat at least. Let's get to work. Just trying to flatten it out a bit. We don't have much snow, but I want to flatten it out as much as I can so the snow doesn't go flying inside the tent. A little easier with snowshoes, but as you can see, it really isn't enough snow for snowshoes. So I got a new tent to test out. I've never had a hot tent before. This is my first one. They even had a stove. So this is all new to me. So I'm glad you're on the journey with me to see how many mistakes I can make in this hot tent camping debut. Anyways, this is from Nature Hike. It's the Massive, I believe, the 2 to 4 person. Anyways, I'm not really specific on gear sometimes. This is one that just I think is going to work with me. I set it up before just to test it out. Seems pretty decent, but this is going to be the first time setting it up actually in a situation like this. And I have the stove ready to go, which I also tested out, but not all together. So this will be the first time to really test it out. If you watch my videos before, you know sometimes I don't like to think things through. I like to go out and just go ahead and get the adventure started. And hopefully things go well for me. Most times things do. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes they don't. But yeah, here's hoping this is going to be a positive one. So, all right, let's go. So the tent came with some decent pegs, but for winter camping, I have some more heavy duty pegs that I have. I think I'm gonna stick with these, put them to the kit, make things a little bit heavier, but not too bad. I use this for tarps if it's kind of windy. If I know it's going to be a storm or something like that, I'll bring these with me. But for winter camping, I think these will be good because I mean it's not a lot of snow now, and we can dig into the ground. It's kind of frozen, so a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger peg, I think will help me out a bit. We'll see. that's the last part of the actual setup of the tent. Now I gotta put down the snow mat and everything else to make sure it's more secure. I don't know if I'm gonna guy it out. It's not supposed to be windy today. I might, we'll see. But I really want, it's getting late in the day already, so I want to kind of get the stove set up, and then I gotta go collect some firewood. So I'm not doing that stuff late at night. It's probably, I don't know, like 3:30 now, so I got maybe an hour left. So let's go, we gotta get moving. As you can see, plenty of room in here. I won't say a lot of room, but for me it's perfect. It says you can fit 4 people in here. I don't know. 2, I think. You could probably sleep 2. Maybe if you configure things a bit, it'd be a little bit better, but I'm not too sure. Anyways, this is the stove from Deer for Me. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not too sure. There's a long story behind this stove. I'll explain it a little bit later. But anyways, it's a solid stove, stainless steel. It's a little bit heavy, but I wanted something more sturdy. This is not something you would take just backpacking. I put this on the sled, and it actually is not too bad. On the sled, it pulls pretty well. But anyways, it's solid. It's got lots of solid pieces. It has solid metal chimney parts, which I really wanted. I didn't want the rolled up one. Those are fine, I think, for backpacking kind of thing. But for the first time ever, I wanted one simply like this, and this is the one I got. So let's set this up, and then we hopefully that sets up pretty easily, and then go collect some firewood. Are you like me? Do you like to roll it really tight like this to make sure it's as tight as possible? Or do you not give a crap and you just do whatever it takes to get it done? I'm not sure, but that's kind of the way I work. I'm not even sure if I'm doing it properly, but here goes. It seems like it's going to be looser than I want it to be. Oh well. What are you going to do? Now I have tie downs for these ready to go just in case. I don't think I'm going to need them tonight because this is pretty sturdy, but we'll see. I have them ready to go just in case. Okay, so stove's pretty much ready to go. I'm not going to put my sleeping bag and my cot up yet. I'll just wait till it's a little warmer. But it's getting dark, so I got to go find some firewood. Let's go, because probably going to need a lot for tonight. So let's go. Oh, get my saw. Let me get the saw. So I got the firewood, need to process it. I got some small stuff to get it started, and I have some big stuff and a little bit bigger stuff that I left closer to the outskirts so that I can go back and get if needed. I'm still learning. 50 years old, still learning. I brought the sled with me today, so why didn't I just empty the sled and go back, get my wood, and bring it here? I wasn't planning on going too far, and I really didn't go too far into the woods. And to be honest, in the woods, it was so dense that you couldn't get the sled. But there was a part where I could probably bring the sled and carry most of the stuff. But I didn't. Anyways, I need the exercise, but would have made my life a little bit easier. All right, I got a couple more stuff, and then we're good. So I find it's a bit of a different process from just gathering and processing wood for a campfire. Since I never really did this with a hot tent, I have to figure it out a little bit differently. I'm losing light, so I want to get the fire started. So I need a lot of the small stuff now. The bigger stuff I'll cut up later. So I want to cut up some small stuff now, maybe baton it to get it going, and then get the fire started, and then I can come back and take care of some of the processing of the large wood. And again, I have some more large wood just over there that I just can go get. I think I'm going to need it because I want the fire to go all night. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go measure this with the stove. Might be stupid, but not always stupid. Yeah, that's pretty good. You keep that going. I always like to put a base of wood down to get it going. This one here has kind of like a little grill on the bottom for air, which is great. So I'm not smoldering anything or not smothering anything. But yeah, I'm using these little fire starters. I'm not even sure the company name. Don't think it really matters. Bought these, so whatever. Anyways, just wax and I think some kind of cotton, I think. Anyways, they work pretty well. I did it when I tested this, and it worked pretty well. You really got to open them up. I have more little tiny sticks and stuff, so if I need to add that, and then I got a bunch more stuff that I still need to bring in, and I'm gonna baton some stuff, but I want to get this started because I want to start cooking dinner soon. So that's the plan. So trying good old matches today. See how well that works. Also, if you don't drop your stuff. Did I start it with one match? What do you think? Still lit. Okay, we're gonna try it. Try it with one match. Wish me luck. I'm gonna add a couple more of these things down there though, just to get them going. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, first time sitting in a long time. Oh, all right. So, oh yeah, feels good. Fire's going. Started pretty well. All I needed was the one match. That's pretty lucky for me. I've been told not to use birch bark in these things. Is that right or wrong? I'm not sure. Some people say it doesn't matter. Just do use whatever you have. And I could have found birch bark. There was some around here, but and normally all my campfires are started with birch bark, nice and easy, with a ferro rod. But something like this, I wanted to change it up. Anyways, that was good. Just one match. I got a whole bunch of other matches just in case. But it's pretty good. It's already warming this thing up. I'm gonna start dinner pretty soon. We're just doing pizza, nice and simple. As crazy as it sounds, I've never done regular pizza camping like this. On the stove here, it should be perfectly fine. So can't wait to try that. So I got a little bit of wood. I have some more out there that's processed. I'll bring it in a second. It's starting to snow, which is nice, but then I'll have to process a bunch more wood. So yeah, so far it's pretty good. So it still seems a little bit early for dinner. It's around 5 o'clock. It's getting dark though, and maybe I'll set up everything else in here. Obviously this comes with a little area you can mosquito net. It's a little separate area, so you actually have a bathtub kind of area. I actually like that because then it separates, the outdoor part really from the indoor part. I obviously don't need the mesh or anything today, but if you had more than one person, I guess you'd just get rid of it and have an open area, which is fine too. So yeah, it's not too bad though. But I think I'm setting up the cot. I'm really hoping the cot's gonna fit in there. I didn't test it out. Why would I? But I think we'll be okay. And then I have a mat that goes on top of it, a foam mat, and then my sleeping bag. It's pretty warm in here already, so I don't know. I might close it up and see how hot I can get it in here. But I'm doing pretty good now. I'm a couple feet away from the fire, and it's pretty good. The height's pretty good in here. I'm not really tall, so it's good. But I think you're 6 feet, you're probably okay in here, even taller than that. And I think, yeah, it's good. You can't stand in it, obviously, but yeah. Put a chair in here, you can cook, hang out for a bit, and then you're here. So I think it's a decent size for, I would say for one person, it's awesome. You could probably fit 2 people in here. It wouldn't be fantastic, but you could. No more than that, obviously. But yeah, let's get the cot set up. The fire's going real nice. I don't think I need to stoke it anymore. And yeah, get that set up, and then we'll cook dinner. We'll leave the light on. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to set up the cot out here. I have a little bit more room, so that should be good. It's a pretty good cot to use it all summer. Going to use it, the plan is to use it for the hot tent. Whether that's a good plan, don't really know, but we'll find out. Starting to get really cold now. I think it's minus 11, I think. So it wasn't too bad a little earlier. Really wasn't a sun, but still warm because of the sun-ish. And then I was moving around a lot, doing a lot of stuff. So that was good, but now all of that has changed. So that's, here we are. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, it fits. That's good. I'll get my other stuff, fluff it up. It should be good. I think I'm gonna close this up soon when I cook, but it's still pretty warm in here. All right, good. Ugh. This is awesome. It wasn't supposed to snow until much later tonight, so this is nice. Still not big flakes, but I'll take it. nothing like hot tenting in the snow, am I right? Winter camp in the snow is so much better. Wish we had a little bit more snow on the ground, but it's not too bad. And maybe when I wake up, there'll be a lot more. Anyways, let's get this stuff set up and let's cook some dinner. Ooh. Okay, everything's set up. I got the hot tent closed up. It's really warm in here. Took off my jacket already. If you play your cards right, I might take my shirt off for you. No, that's not. No, that's not happening. No. Anyways, I got the cot set up. I got the mat on there. Got the sleeping bag fluffing, and I got my pillow fluffing. It was rock hard. It's like one of those foam pillows that breaks down really tiny. But anyways, I must add some moisture in it or something, but it was like almost frozen shell. It was on one big ball. So it is now fluffing as we speak, and I hope it gets a lot more fluffier than this because it's going to be very uncomfortable. For dinner, we're doing pizza, and I've got to move quick because I've never actually cooked on a stove like this before. I'm used to cooking over the campfires, no problem, but today, this thing is super hot. I mean, it's real hot. So, I got everything ready to go. We're doing simple pizzas, naan bread, pizza sauce, pepperoni, cheese. We're good to go. Nothing too complicated. However, I'm kind of worried about burning it because if you watched my channel before, you well know that I am not the greatest chef when it comes to these things. So this is something new. So wish me luck. But yeah, I think we should be okay. All right, here we go. Okay, let's go. Got the frying pan. I remembered it this time. On. My pizza sauce isn't frozen. That's a good sign. Little pepperons. That's what we call it in our family, pepperons. One for me. Yeah, good. I didn't really spread out the sauce very much, did I? Oh well. Some cheese. Now, I normally like mozzarella cheese, but that's all we had, and I stole it from the family, so we'll go with what we got. Don't like a lot of cheese. There's a chance I'm lactose intolerant. I've never actually got checked, but there's a chance. Yeah, it's my family. It's definitely a fact, but anyways, I like cheese. But what are you gonna do? Doesn't like me back. Anyways, pizza turned out pretty good. It was, pretty hard to screw that. I didn't burn it, which is good. Just a little bit of naan, pepperoni, a little pizza sauce, a little cheese. That's it. Pretty good. Oh, it's still a little hot. Pretty good. Gonna make myself one more. Gonna cut some more wood and have hot chocolate, and then just chill. Brought a book. The snow is really coming down. I can hear it on the tent, which is kind of nice. The stove is real purring along, real nice. So I think it's gonna be nice in here. Alright, so I'm pretty much ready for bed. The fires are booming. I got the thing full with wood. Some hardwood, so hopefully it goes at least, I don't know, 3 hours. Wishful thinking, maybe 2 hours. And if I get up, I will pump it back in. But I'm pretty good. I have a pretty good system here. I haven't got changed for bed yet. My word of advice, if you're ever doing this kind of thing, whether it's summer camping, winter camping, it doesn't matter. Always change your clothes before bed. All through the day, your body is getting, your clothes is absorbing moisture, no matter what. A cold day like today, doesn't matter. Your clothes are getting all moist from the sweat. So I always change no matter what, and it makes a world of difference. I had it in the summer. I remember it was 30 degrees at nighttime, and I was still kind of cold because my clothes, my underwear, and that kind of stuff, I didn't change. So it was still kind of moist, I guess, and it was a cold night. So that's my word of advice to you. If you want to take that, great. If not, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy this. The fire looks really cool. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. And then off the bed. We'll see you in the morning. Morning. It got cold last night. Oh well. I'm awake. Get the fire started, get some breakfast. And nature calls, so you gotta answer that call. Don't put them on hold. It's not a good idea. Oh, my back. Good morning, everyone. 2 matches this time. Not too bad. Started in 2 matches. Here we go. Let's give it off some heat. We're gonna start breakfast. We're gonna do bacon and eggs. Not the easiest thing in this situation, but hey, what are you gonna do? Okay, we got the bacon on. Bacon was a bit frozen, still is a little bit frozen, so it's hard to get the pieces off, but hey, here we are. All right, while the bacon is cooking, let's get some coffee on. One of my water jugs is frozen. The other one I kept in the sleeping bag with me, so we're okay. Nothing like bacon and eggs in the morning, am I right? Whether you're camping at home, it doesn't matter. The pain in the butt to make. I'm pretty sure my tent smells like bacon now. It's not a bad thing now, but you know, we'll see what the wildlife think of that. But yeah, it's a little bit more work, but so good. I put the bacon back on just to warm it up a little bit, but so good. The eggs are perfect. It's a little messy making bacon and eggs in the morning, but so worth it if you have the time. Better than oatmeal. Something really peaceful about being in snow. It's so quiet sometimes. You can hear the wind and some other noises, but for the most part, the insulation of the snow really keeps everything quiet. I really enjoy that. So, yeah, this was a good first test. I didn't die, so that's a good thing for me. That's, whether I died or not, that's a good trip. So I didn't die. I had fun. It was cold when the stove stopped when it ran out, but you know what? Didn't take long. I had everything prepped, popped it back in, and within 45 minutes or so, it was nice and warm in there. At one point, it was 30 degrees in there, which was way too hot. So I got to figure out how to dial the stove down a bit, but the tent seemed to do a pretty good job, which is good. So yeah, so going to try some more winter trips, and definitely try some late fall trips, and maybe even some early spring trips with it. See how it goes. But I really like the idea of the winter camping. Pop everything on the sled and just go. So yeah, this was a good trip. So I'm gonna tear down everything and get going. Okay, all done. Wind's really picking up, so it's probably a good time to get going. Site's pretty good. Nothing burning on the ground or anything. We're good. Cleaned up anything else. I had a couple little pieces of wood left. Put them to the side. But I think that's good. I think, yeah, leave it back the way you found it, pretty much, give or take. Anyways, I wish we had a little bit more snow, but you know what? The snow stayed around, and we got a little bit more snow last night, so that's pretty good. So we're gonna pack the sled, which is almost done, and then head out. So yeah, if I don't see ya, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.